Saifuddin Abdullah has responded to Bersatu's decision to sack him. Meanwhile, Dr Mahathir Mohamad's son, Mukhriz, provided an update on his father's condition. Stay tuned for all this and more on KiniNews. Saifuddin Abdullah is pushing back after being sacked by Bersatu. In a statement today, he claimed that the party's disciplinary board denied him a fair hearing. According to Saifuddin, the disciplinary board ignored requests he had made to ensure that he was granted a fair trial. He said he initially outlined 3 specific demands after a hearing on November 6, and that as of January 6, there has still been no response. One of the demands was to summon Muhyiddin Yassin, as there were questions which could only be answered by Muhyiddin himself as the president of the party. Saifuddin argued that the disciplinary board should only proceed with its decision after they have examined Muhyiddin's testimony. He said if Muhyiddin's response towards his questions turn out to be affirmative, then his initial suggestions that Muhyiddin relinquish his position as party president cannot be justified as an attack or as an act of tarnishing the party's image. Saifuddin also said he had demanded that 2 specific board members excuse themselves from overseeing his proceeding due to their known impartiality being a conflict of interest. These 2 individuals, Radzi Manan and Sasha Liana Abdulatif, he explained, were respectively linked to the high-ranking party members Amma Faisal Azumu and Azmin Ali, who are Muhyiddin's staunch supporters. Finally, Saifuddin said he asked the board to reveal who lodged the complaint. He argued that the accuser, investigator, and prosecutor must be separate to be fair. Bersatu had made the announcement on Saifuddin yesterday. In a letter addressed to him, the party's disciplinary board said the decision was made during a meeting. The letter stated that Saifuddin had contravened Clause 9.1.4 of Bersatu's constitution but did not specify the offence committed by the Indra Mahkota MP. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, Saifuddin confirmed the matter and said he would be submitting an appeal. On November 3rd last year, Astro Awani reported that the Bersatu disciplinary board had summoned Saifuddin. This was after he openly campaigned for the resignation of party president Muhyiddin Yassin. Besides calling for a change in leadership, Saifuddin and 15 other Bersatu lawmakers also signed a letter addressed to Muhyiddin, voicing objection to the sacking of Tasik Galugo MP Wan Saiful Wajan and the suspension of Machang MP Wan Ahmad Faisal Wan Ahmad Kamal. Saifuddin had also called for his former PKR ally Azmin Ali, who is a staunch Muhyiddin supporter, to be removed as Bersatu's Secretary General, citing morality. Doctors have advised against a hip replacement surgery for former Prime Minister Dr Mahathir Mohamad. According to his son Mukhriz, specialists at the National Heart Institute and Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia advised the family that Mahathir should undergo a natural recovery process instead. He added that, due to the status of his health, it might take quite a while, involving perhaps 2 to 3 weeks of rest. He said that because of his age, which has reached 100, surgery is not a good option. However, Mukhriz stated that the main purpose of this is to ensure that his father is able to return to normal so he can resume his duties. At the same time, Mukhriz also urged everyone to ensure that Mahathir is given enough time to rest and recover completely. Yesterday, Mahathir was taken to IJN in Kuala Lumpur after he sustained a fall at his residence in Seri Kembangan, Selangor. His aide, Sufi Yusof, told the media that Mahathir would require several weeks of hospitalization for treatment and observation. From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Umno Youth Chief Dr Akmal Saleh has given a cryptic message about stepping down. This came after Party President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi rejected his call for Umno to quit the government. In a post on Facebook, he indicated that despite best efforts, an unspecified goal was not met. He said maybe the weaknesses came from me and perhaps it is time to step down. He added that he believes if our intentions are sincere for the sake of religion, race and country, God willing, the time will come. Malaysia Kini has contacted Akmal for clarification. On Saturday, Umno Youth had held a convention during which it urged Umno to exit the government and join the opposition. Akmal is understood to have presented the resolutions from the convention at an Umno Political Bureau meeting on Monday night. Yesterday, Zahid said there was no decision on Umno Youth's agenda at the meeting. However, he said Umno would remain with the Madani government until its term ends. He also cautioned against cooperating with PAS, saying Umno should not be bitten by the same snake twice. Perikatan National Election Director Sanusi Noor said Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin's resignation as PN chairperson has not yet been formally confirmed. Sanusi told reporters today that based on PN's constitution, the resignation must be discussed in a meeting, so officially the resignation is not yet valid. He added that the resignation will have to be accepted during the meeting. Only then will it be valid. He said if the meeting suddenly makes a decision contrary to Muhyiddin's move, then he will remain, even though he has already told the whole world. Sanusi added that PN is expected to convene a meeting in less than a week. On December 30th, Muhyiddin confirmed his intention to resign as the PN chairperson, effective January 1st. The decision came amid boiling tensions between PAS and Bersatu after Bersatu leaders in Perlis initiated a coup which led to PAS losing hold over the state government. On December 2nd, PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang had indicated that the party is poised to assume leadership of the opposition coalition, noting that several names, including his own, were being considered to replace Muhyiddin. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission has remanded 17 company directors suspected of being involved in a cartel network for the Malaysian Army procurement tenders. According to Bernama, the MECC announced that the 5-day remand order until January 10th was issued after an application was made by the MECC at the Putrajaya Magistrates Court on Tuesday morning. In a statement, it said all suspects, consisting of 9 men and 8 women, aged between 20 and 60, were detained on Monday when they appeared to give statements at the MECC Putrajaya office. It added that initial investigations found that all suspects were believed to have paid bribes to senior officers of the Malaysian Army in return for obtaining supply and maintenance projects with TDM. MECC Investigation Division Senior Director Zainul Darus, when contacted, confirmed the arrest and informed that the case was being investigated under Section 16(b) of the MECC Act 2009. Yesterday, Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi stated that his party will remain as part of the unity government until the end of parliamentary term and the 16th general election. Zahid also said that the party had not confirmed any plans to revive all coalitions or political branding that had previously failed, warning against repeating costly political missteps. Kinitv posted a poll to get your opinion on the matter, and here are the results. 74% of voters support Zahid's remarks, believing that it is a mature step towards political stability. 15% of voters think that Zahid is being overly cautious and missing out on opportunities for the party. Meanwhile, 6% had mixed views and said it will depend on post-GE16 developments. What do you think of Zahid's move? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.